Opa, fala aí pessoal, sejam todos muito bem-vindos a mais uma live aqui do canal, tudo bem com vocês? Vamos estar dando continuidade aqui a Dragon Age de Veilguard, beleza pessoal? Como é que vocês estão? Sejam todos bem-vindos, vamos estar continuando aqui, sem muita enrolação, pra gente avançar o máximo que der aqui no jogo, beleza? Vamos estar dando continuidade na missão que a gente parou ontem. E é isso, vamos lá. Olha o que o caboclo aqui tem pra falar pra gente.
We managed to catch the stragglers fleeing the warehouse.
They'll think twice before coming back here. What else did you find?
The Venatori serve Elgranon and Gillenane like we thought. They gave the cult control over Darkspawn.
Great. Sounds like the Venatori are going to be even more trouble.
We can handle anything the Venatori throw at us.
How do we know we can even trust you? You're not from here. You don't know Minrathous like we do. And we know as little about you as we do these risen gods you
Bem, só porque eu não conheço o lugar, eu não posso ajudar. Eu, hein?
What is it they say? The enemy of my enemy is my friend. The cult has its hooks deep in the city. Venatori backers sit in the magisterium chambers, and now they wield power given to them by the gods. We'll have to get along if there's any chance of surviving this.
May, what are you doing here? You promised you'd lay low.
Tried it, didn't much care for it.
I'm hoping you're here to help, because we need it.
Rook's been working with us. Mayvaris is one of the Shadow Dragon leaders.
Mayvaris Talani, formerly Magister Mayvaris Talani, at your service.
Wait, formerly?
My enemies conspired to have my magisterium seat stripped from me. We can talk about it later, if you want. My concerns feel petty when stacked against risen gods. The Shadow Dragons have a lot to discuss, but you, Rook, are expected at the Swan.
Me? The Cobbled Swan? Why?
The First Warden is here to speak with you.
The First Warden? Let's hope we actually get some help with the Blight.
Come back when you can. I think we'll need your help again.
Vamos ver, né, quem é o caboclo. Mais uma missão concluída. Sombras de Minrathous. O culto venatório serve às divindades ressurgidas e recebe delas uma magia que lhe permite controlar as criaturas sombrias. A influência e o poder do culto se espalham, e isso é um problema para Minrathous e para as regiões além. 3.000 cacetados de XP, velho.
I know someone in the area who's keeping watch. Find him in the library. Say you're looking.
Enquanto o primeiro guardião no cisne atolado. Novo nível de exploração desbloqueado. Cidade do Cais. O novo nível de exploração está disponível. Retorne a essa localização por meio do mapa no mundo ou através do Eluvian da encruzilhada para explorar e concluir missões adicionais. Bom demais. E upamos para o nível 16. Estamos quase chegando no 20 para desbloquear a nossa especialização. Bom, vamos dar uma olhada aqui nas missões, o que tem pra gente fazer. Eu já vejo a habilidade. Duração de dano acumulado, dano de habilidade de duração, dano de habilidade de duração, abalo de habilidade de duração. Deixa eu quitar mesmo. Dano de sangramento, dano de frio. Bom, vamos olhar aqui o diário. É a missão principal. Desbloqueou lá na cidade do Cais, né? Área de exploração. Vamos dar uma olhada lá antes de fazer a missão principal. Ah, eu consigo pegar esse baú?
Darkspawn.
Will we get any help from the Grey Wardens?
O que essas bestas têm pra falar?
How did you join the Shadow Dragons?
Helped make the Templars look the other way when there was a slave rebellion going down. Turned out that the Viper was helping. He brought me on.
Spotted any more Darkspawn?
Not close to the shop, but we're keeping alert. We haven't seen the end of them.
Oh não, é por aqui. Por aqui.
Talk to Lorelei. She's the boss.
Vamos ver se a gente consegue pegar esse baú. Ah, ele tá ali em cima. A gente não tem acesso, né, ainda.
Look up there.
É, eu não sei como é que faz pra quebrar aquilo ali. É. Depois a gente descobre. Então vamos fazer o seguinte. Vamos olhar o mapa do mundo. E vamos lá para a cidade do Cais. Falou que tem nova área para explorar lá, né? Treviso. Parece que não tem nada. É o farol. Bom, então vamos para lá. O que é isso aqui que tá marcado? Na paz, vigilância. Ah, se bem que é pra lá que eu tenho que ir, né? Vamos aqui pra encruzilhada. A gente pega o barquinho pra lá. Será que pra cá dá pra ir? Agora? Ou ainda não? Ainda não. Boa tarde, Roberto. Seja bem-vindo, tudo bem? Boa live, obrigado.
We sail.
The number of wisps that find you in the lighthouse is unnerving. Spite agrees.
The three of us on the same page. Well, isn't that something?
If by something, you mean also unnerving.
Mostra aqui no mapa onde é que é a missão. Que tem pra pegar. Ah não, mas não é aqui não, é na cidade do Cais. Tudo bem? Você aqui também tá tudo bem, graças a Deus. Fora esses lugares aqui que ainda não dá pra abrir, né, velho? Triste, triste. Mas hoje acho que a gente dá uma progredida boa nesse jogo. Planejei uma buildzinha. Acho que vai ficar bem boa. Bom, chegamos na cidade do Cais. Poxa, eu já tava aqui. Que viagem, velho. Acho que isso aqui eu li já ontem. Vamos embora.
Keeping busy?
I'm chasing a fraudulent enchantment scheme. It's harmless until the buyer thinks they're immortal.
How many of your cases trace back to the Venatori?
Too many, if you're hoping the cult's not a problem.
Chocolate não mexe nem a
If you
boca,
want to
velho.
blame them for every hurt the city suffers.
Of course.
If you want a less complicated answer, you won't find it in Minrathous or anywhere else.
Inimigos, inimigos. Droga.
We're on fire. Look out!
We need to close these.
Morro. Morro. Toma. Boa. Acabou? Aparentemente sim. Ah, não vamos pra lá ainda não. Vou dar uma explorada aqui, ver o que a gente acha. Salve, Ismael. Boa tarde, mano. Seja bem-vindo, tudo bem? Mais locais fechados. Ah, é um gato. Não quero item pra pegar. Torcer pro Flamengo hoje. Eu não torço pro Flamengo nem se me pagarem. Chapéu duplo de carastes. Ó, geração de embalo mais 15%. Isso é interessante, velho. Muito interessante. Pra passar o Inter, tu tem só que secar, né, o Inter. Tá disputando nada. Não pega nem Libertadores pro ano que vem, vocês. Aí tá torcendo pro Inter não ir também, né? Mas eu acho que o Cruzeiro não segura o Flamengo, não. O time do Cruzeiro dá muito feio, cara. Caiu muito. Um atalho aqui. Vai.
Be ready.
Ué. Correu mais um. Oxe, o cara tava indo bater pro outro lado, ele acertou. Toma. Então, vamos explorar aqui. Tarará. Mais item valioso. Excelente. Ah, eu não saí daqui? Já fechou a porta aqui. Tá, aqui já foi. Vou ver se ficou alguma coisa pra cá. O que tá achando do jogo, tá bom? Fala, Marco, boa tarde, mano, seja bem-vindo. Cara, assim, eu confesso que eu esperava mais. Pelo que eu acho do Inquisition, né, no caso. Eu confesso que eu esperava mais. Gosto mais do combate como era, pelo menos no Inquisition. Um pouco mais tático. E você poder controlar quem quiser da party, que você só controla o personagem principal. Mas até então tá um jogo ok. Não é um jogo absurdo, mas também não tô achando um jogo ruim. A jogabilidade eu tô achando boa. Combate bem fluido e tal. Só que é um combate muito mais rápido, né? Do que a gente tava acostumado pra franquia Dragon Age. Mas pra mim tá um jogo ok. Nenhum jogo excelente, mas também não, pra mim não tá sendo um jogo ruim. A história até agora nada demais. Parece que tem uma boa variedade de builds pelas classes. Apesar de ter bem menos habilidades do que tinha no Inquisition, por exemplo. Todo esse pedaço aqui sem explorar, né, também. Consegue entrar aqui? Não. Mais cristal.
Docktown's never short on nightlife, is it?
It's when the streets are most alive.
Aqui é um
And
comerciante.
when I'm likely working.
The nightlife was
Comerciantes
always
em
more
qualquer.
Hilario's thing. He said I should get out more.
Nenhum
Fulfilling
de
crow
facção, não.
contracts didn't count.
Minrathus has gone to the dog.
Mas será que aqui vai ligar ali em cima? Que coisa boa.
People are still getting over demons pouring from the sky. Oh, what's next?
Jarro de barro. Vamos olhar aqui. Ver o que rola. Nossa, eu caí ali da onde? Vou lá ali agora não. Ah, depois tem como subir de boa. Vamos lá olhar. Acho que só dá pra jogar console e play no Overwatch 2. PC e console acho que não. Tá sim, pô, ele é multiplataforma geral. Qualquer plataforma. Tem coisa ali pra pegar naquele navio. A gente não tem como passar pra lá ainda.
Messages to no one?
Ruffled any feathers lately?
No. Or no one's tailed me if I did.
All right. If you run into trouble, get in touch.
Rascunho para a verdade semanal. Uma série de símbolos em giz foi encontrada nas rochas ao longo da costa, juntamente com as palavras "a tempestade se aproxima". Não há sinais de destroços nas rochas, embora esta pessoa que humildemente vos escreve tenha encontrado uma lanterna de fabricação estranha, mas claramente feita para a proa de um barco. Desde então, a onda levou a mensagem. Mas, cara pessoa leitora, ainda devemos nos perguntar, esta era uma mensagem do outro lado do mar? Sei lá. Ah, bugou. Ah, agora pronto, não vou conseguir sair daqui. Vamos sair. Lista de ideias de histórias para o jornal Verdade Semanal. Pesquisa secreta no círculo. O que estão escondendo. Nova tradução das tabuletas das catacumbas. Como um antigo erro de tradução nos fez encarar de forma errada. A detetive da cidade do cais pode falar com gatos? Os felinos comandam os principais casos. Pessoas serpentes entre nós? Ó, título bosta, hein? Oxi. Ah, tá. Olha o jogo crashando. Coisa que só acontece no ao vivo, né? Simplesmente crashou, mano. Do nada.
Did you hear? Dogs burning dog down. If I'm not here now, you'll probably stop.
Eu tava explorando lá pra cima, cara. A gente desceu, né? Ah, é por aqui não desce. Ah, tá. Fechado. É, eu tava lendo aqui, né? Eu já tinha terminado de ler. O que você vai falar aí, meu filho?
I'm sorry. Late night.
Uns diálogos na cara dele, velho. Nada nesse barco.
You're an independent? There's
Ah,
no
não tem como
detectives guild in
subir aqui pra
Rathos?
poder entrar ali.
They're called city guards, usually, and they're useless.
There must be other detectives in the city, though. The weight of Minrathis does not sit solely on you.
Depends on which day of the week you're asking.
Ah, não tem como. Não é. Bom, então vamos seguir lá pra baixo. Onde que é? É por aqui dá. Por aqui dá certo. Um comerciante? Não. Opa, minério puro. Terne. Onde é que tá essa escada? Ah, tá ali do outro lado. Coisa ali. É só um códice. Vamos ver o que tem aqui em cima. Depois a gente segue a missão. Nada demais. Ah, deixa eu só ver aqui agora. É, a gente pode tanto entrar aqui como... Acho que eu vou por lá, que a gente já explora aquele pedaço e depois segue em direção à missão. Tem mais jogo. Aqui é só uma loja? Vamos começar do outro lado. Anúncio de velambulante. Mensagens entregues em uma piscadela. Confie nas velambulantes. Nós damos conta do recado. Ah, então são... É um correio, então.
I came down here to procure particular items. I'm told Dogtown is
É só um gato. É, aqui tá fechado. Ah, tu ainda não faz nada naquele negócio ali também, né?
Without a guild, who negotiates your contracts?
I do.
How do you keep track of the going rates for
A
detectives
gente não
all
consegue
over
fazer isso
Minrathos?
aqui.
I don't.
Pra abrir esse portão e pegar o baú lá dentro.
I should
Então vamos
introduce
seguir.
you to my negotiator.
Ah, amigo, não acaba não, velho.
How?
You getting into trouble?
Always.
É, nada demais. Vamos voltar e subir por lá que é melhor.
I wasn't expecting to see reception. At least the shadow prophets
Pronto, vamos entrar aqui então.
I am Jowen Glastrom, First Warden and Supreme Commander of Weishaupt. I received word of your team's request for Grey Warden assistance after an incursion of the Blight at Demeter's Crossing. I looked into you. An adventurous veil jumper, best known for discovering, then losing an invaluable map. I'd imagine that caused a certain resentment among your veil jumper superiors.
It's probably for the best, despite what some senior veil jumpers think. What we encountered in those ruins almost killed us all.
Explain to me how a veil jumper poking around in elven ruins unleashed the Blight.
I was stopping an elven god from bringing down the veil and destroying the world.
An elven god?
Fen'Harel, the Dreadwolf. He goes by Solus. He's got a lot of names.
I did not come here to listen to fairy tales.
Contos de fada.
I am here because of the Blight.
Right, but it all ties together. See, when we disrupted the ritual, Solus got trapped in the Fade. But two of the elven gods got out. Elgranon and Gillenane, we think. And they're blighted.
Why would elven gods be blighted?
The ancient elven gods used the blight. That's why Solus imprisoned them. The point is that the gods are making the blight worse. Demeter's Crossing was just the start. That's why we need the Grey Wardens.
I suspected more politicking from the remnants of the Inquisition. I see now that I was wrong.
I'm really glad to hear that.
It is clear that whatever you did to unleash the Blight has corrupted your already weak mind.
Okay, wait.
You will be taken to Weishaupt and placed under heavy guard until the danger you caused by unleashing the Blight passes.
No, please, you can't do that.
I assure you, I can.
I don't know how much time we have. The gods are doing something with the Blight. We need to stop them.
Let me tell you something about the Blight. It is evil, it is implacable, and above all, it is predictable. The Blight has not changed in over 1,000 years. The Grey Wardens will defeat it, as they always do. And we will do so without you causing confusion with your deranged conspiracy theories. I suggest you come along quietly.
Adamant Fortress 941 Dragon. The Grey Wardens attempted to raise an army of demons. Hardly the models of good judgment yourselves, are you?
Everyone knows Warden Commander Clarel acted alone at Adamant Fortress.
Acted alone, you say?
Agiu sozinha,
Imagine
né?
if everyone were to see the letter I discovered where you authorize her actions. I wonder how that might complicate the narrative.
Are you prepared to risk the security of the Grey Wardens for this deluded boy?
You may be surprised to learn that I care very little about the security of the Grey Wardens.
Stay away from the Blight, and do not pester the Grey Wardens with any more of your nonsense.
He seems upset. Was it something I said?
Vamos ser educado, né?
Whew, that was close. Wasn't looking forward to being dragged off to a Grey Warden dungeon. Who should I be thanking for the assist?
Magister Dorian Parvis, at your service. A mutual friend thought you might require some support.
Maevaris Talani? Of the Shadow Dragons?
The very same.
What's your relation to the Shadow Dragons?
About a decade ago, Maevaris and I started a political faction called the Lucerni. We were going to change Tevinter for the better. Everyone would recognize the common sense benefits of our approach, and we'd all live happily ever after.
I take it that didn't happen?
Maevaris was framed, kicked out of the Magisterium, and the Lucerni were dissolved. So she took the movement underground.
The Shadow Dragons.
Since I still haunt the Magisterium, that makes me the Shadow Dragon's man on the inside.
The First Warden's a problem. If he won't help, I need him to stay out of my way.
I'm sure he'll show up again. Like an ulcer. For now, pay him no mind. No Grey Warden worth the name sits in a Menrathus lounge sipping wine. You need the Wardens? Look for the ones out there fighting the Blight. In the meantime, the Shadow Dragons will keep a close watch on the Venatori. Good luck. I'm sure we'll see each other again soon.
Only the veil stood between us and a world of blighted darkness. But on this side, the gods could only tap a trickle. They had to turn that trickle into a flood. They sure could have used Solus's dagger to rip open the Fade. But some foolish mortal had taken it. So, they'd have to create a dagger of their own. Drowning the world in blight was just a matter of time.
I need to talk to Varric.
Retorne ao farol. Bom, então vamos voltar lá e falar com o Varric.
Company, get ready. Stay in cover.
Olha, tá.
Got us from a distance.
De novo?
Finish it.
Finalização.
Snipers.
Pronto, morreu.
Still standing. Not bad. It's nice to get out of the lighthouse.
I've never met a mage who distrusts the Fade as much as you.
Source of magic, sure. But it's also made of tricks, dreams, and unanswered questions. It pays to be cautious. Lorelei.
I heard about the warehouse. Darkspawn, huh? Those
Lâmina
damn
mercenária.
predatory. Come back soon. We'll have more.
A candelabra. They carry messages through the city.
You had me followed.
Logo uma viagem rápida, mais fácil. Farol.
Offer, dweller. I will answer.
Vamos. Vamos ver se alguém tem alguma coisa a dizer. Nada.
You've been quiet.
I know. Just thinking. But I said we'd talk, didn't I? I heard a voice after we saved that man. It told me I was touched by the ancients and that I should seek it out. Seek her out.
É meio suspeito, né, não?
Voices. I don't like that at all.
I know what it must look like, but something tells me the voice wants to help. What if she's like me? Maybe that's why only I heard her. She said to look to those closest to the stone to locate her.
Meaning...
The children of the stone. Dwarves. Not surfacers like me, but the ones from the deep roads. Almost 10 years ago, a shaper from Orzammar bonded with a titan.
Titans, ancients... You think it's related?
It would make sense, wouldn't it? Volta. That was the shaper's name. Maybe there are more like her down there.
You gonna drag me down to the deep roads?
I will absolutely drag you with me wherever I look for answers. I'll check with my contacts in Orzammar. The minute they give me a lead, we'll go.
It's a date.
A date?
I mean, a pre-arranged time and place for a specific activity. Unless you wanted it to be a date.
I, shouldn't get ahead of myself. Who knows if my contacts will have anything to say.
Right. Let me know.
É. Uns diálogos bem fraco, na verdade. Uma missão secundária.
This was with my things. It looks like your handwriting. I didn't read it. Well, a couple of words. I thought it might be one of mine. I don't even know how it got there.
It's those wisps. I need more wards.
Oh, I can help with that.
I started this. I'll deal with it.
I don't know, I think they're cute.
So cute.
They didn't steal your notes.
Maybe they like you.
Do you follow the chantry? The pendant. I noticed it's Andrastian.
I barely keep the holidays. It's from an old job.
Oh, which one? Maybe I read about it in a Timenter paper.
I'm barely in the papers.
Oh, but when you are, it's on the edge of something exciting. What about that one story with the demon, the diamond, and the deadbeat magister? Oh, they mentioned you twice.
That was a hit piece.
That's awful.
It was against the Magister. I was the footnote.
Still.
The job got done. Of course, it would have gone smoother, but the client ratted me out to the demon.
What?
It's always something. Funny how that didn't make the print. Tell me you read the rest of the paper too?
Oh, yes. Sometimes they have these stories, serials. They're thrilling, except they come out in pieces. I only see a few papers a year. I never know how the stories end.
Happily ever after. Why not, right?
Aren't you some sunshine?
That's me.
I hope you're right.
All right, Belle. You get me the name of your cereal, I'll try and track the ending. No promise on the happy part.
That's fine.
I'd like to go back anyway. Spend time in Docktown, pick up gossip.
Want company?
Why not? Ready to go when you are.
Mais uma missão secundária. É, realmente os diálogos também infantilizados, hein? Ó, tem um Lucanis pra cá.
Rook, do you have a minute?
Of course. Something wrong?
Thea wants to meet.
That doesn't sound like a bad thing.
She wants to plan Katerina's funeral.
Oh, right.
If you don't mind, I could use some backup. In case Spike gets out of hand.
Let's not keep Taya waiting.
Mais uma missão. Bom, vamos falar aqui com o Veilguard então.
There you are. I haven't seen much of you lately. I was getting worried. Everything all right? Wait, that dagger. I've seen it before.
Solus was using it at the ritual site.
No, before that. Shit, it can't be. Look at it, Rook.
I've been fidgeting with this thing since I picked it up, Varric. I know what it looks like.
Remember that story I told you about me and Hawk, Meredith and Orsino? How the trouble started in Kirkwall? On our expedition to the Deep Roads, that's what we found. That's what my brother tried to kill us for. An idol made of red lyrium. That sang a song which drove anyone who heard it mad.
Are you sure it's the same thing?
Oh, look at it. It's changed, but it's the same size. Same ring at the top. Not to mention, it's pure lyrium. No one, not even the dwarves in Orzammar, work pure lyrium like that. It's too dangerous.
If that's true, if this dagger is the red lyrium idol from your story, how did Solus cleanse it of the blight?
I have no idea. I can't believe you found it.
Oh, hey, Rook. I'm not interrupting anything, am I?
You seem a little more comfortable with your new abilities. How are you feeling?
Things are weird, but I'm adjusting, I think. That's not what I came in here for, though.
All right, Harding. What's on your mind?
So, the Wardens. I know some. A married couple Varric and I met while we were tracking Solus.
I'd almost forgot about that. I really am getting too old for this shit.
You think they'll talk to us? After the first warden and everything?
It's worth a try. I can write them and hope.
Okay. Let's see who's in our corner.
Eu lembro um negócio assim do nada. Nem mais nem menos. Vou ver aqui o diário. Mais duas novas missões de equipe. Não sei o que pegar. Dano de acerto crítico é bom. Mora habilidade de golpe. Habilidade de golpe agora executa um acerto crítico garantido se o alvo estiver com a saúde baixa. Acho que essas duas é uma boa. Pronto. Acho que vamos fazer umas missões de equipe. Vou marcar elas. Vou fazer a do Lucanis primeiro. Retorne a Treviso por meio da encruzilhada ou de viagem rápida. Mundo. Treviso. Vai de Lucanis e Nive ou Belara? É Nive. Neve, no caso.
Always eager for your business.
Tem artigos pro Lucanis aqui, ué. Lâmina dupla sagradora. Sangradora, na verdade.
Come back soon.
Iniciar conversa. Vamos ver se é mais uma missão secundária cheia de balela ou vai ter alguma coisa interessante.
You're here.
Thank you for making the arrangements, Dea.
For Katerina? How could I do otherwise? I'm so sorry, Lucanis. This must be such a blow. Rook, thank you for coming with him. I need Juan de la Muerte to plan this. His cousin has been no help at all.
I'm sorry, Dea. This is just too much right now.
If there's anything I can do, just say the word.
You're such a dear. I hope these two are paying attention.
Dea, don't flirt with my colleague.
Jealous? Fine. To business, then. There's a lot to plan. But first, I need the ashes.
Ashes?
Make it help us. Yes, the ashes. Katerina's ashes. From the cremation?
Oh, yes, of course. I'll get them to you right away.
Hilario, what happened?
What do you mean?
Katerina, how? How did the Venatori get to her? When? Where? In the estate? In the city? How did they get past our people? What did they use? Poison? Blades? I need to know.
Cousin, stop. You can't dwell on this. It'll drive you mad.
I'm not dwelling. Zara killed the first Talon. I have to know how if I'm going to stop her.
I told you. I'm handling it.
Boys, enough of this. We have other things to discuss.
My apologies, Andrea. Continue without me. I'll get you the ashes.
Get the ashes.
Something's going on with him. I don't know what.
When he's not on the job, my cousin always has his head in the clouds.
Esse bicho tá suspeito mesmo, não sei não, viu?
But this, the only time I've seen him like this was when Lucanis died. You're worrying, aren't you? What will people say if they hear the demon of Virantium has a big, soft heart?
He's been careless at times, but never when his own life was on the line. Zara took down the first Talon. Anyone could be next. And my cousin doesn't want to think about it?
You have a point. It's not like Hilario to ignore a knife coming at
Entramos no
him.
psicológico dos
What do you want
caras.
from me for the funeral?
Como assim?
Come. I'll get us some drinks and we can make the arrangements.
A partida que tu jogou aí?
Our house owes you for handling all of this.
Katerina was family. Can you imagine what she'd say if she saw us all like this?
She'd be furious, especially at Hilario, as usual.
Só ficou 2 na partida?
How did you stay on our good side?
What good side?
To hear Katerina tell it, Lucanis can do no wrong.
It's easy to look good standing next to my cousin.
I'll have my people keep an eye on him for you.
Thank you, Taya.
Go on.
Thank you,
I'll let
Teia.
you know if something comes up.
Abre o diário e seleciona uma missão. Já foi. Essa era a missão do Lucanis? Tá de sacanagem, velho. Ah, só diálogo, meu irmão.
You had me followed.
Conte-se com neve na cidade do cais.
They carry messages through the city.
Are we here for the Shadow Dragons?
I trade news with the Shadows, but it takes more than one source to get along here. Besides, I was doing this before they came knocking, before Varric too, right here in Docktown.
Take it away. I'm ready for the full tour.
We've been here before.
The tour where I get to look around and not chase cultists or fight demons.
Wouldn't that be something? Come on. There's paper sellers all over here.
Want to see if they got your name right?
Most papers don't say much, but read between the lines and you pick up a thing or two. I'm not here as much lately. I'll take what news I can get. Let's grab a few copies. We'll see if we can find Boraaaaa's serials too.
Essa missão secundária é de pegar jornal. Na moral, tem certas coisas que parece que os caras fazem o jogo com preguiça, mano.
So, before Varric, before the Shadows, you worked for...
Same as now. People who find me and have jobs worth taking. Docktown people, runaways, the desperate.
And you do this on your own?
I've got contacts, informants, people I cross paths with, but at the end of the day, yeah, it's just me. Okay, keep an eye out for paper sellers. We'll start on the north side of Lower City.
How many do we need?
Folheto chamativo, um ato de contorcionismo e canto. Hoje à noite, no seu humilde lampião.
Don't worry, I'm paying.
O espelho de Minratos, drama no palácio? O Arconte tem segredos? Surgiram perguntas quando o Arconte foi embora subitamente da Assembleia, mas elas agora são apenas especulações infundadas. Muitas pessoas da magistratura mandaram mensagens para garantir ao meu público que os rumores sobre a influência do culto nos assuntos do palácio são falsos.
Let's get started.
The best word in Docktown, right here.
How'd you fall in with the Shadows?
I'd worked with some of them before. Not that they were upfront about it.
What changed?
I was after a missing person.
Debate nas docas. Lenda ou realidade? Não faltam histórias sobre a figura mascarada que protege Minratos. Apesar de algumas pessoas questionarem a existência do chamado Víbora, ou se ele é apenas um ou mais indivíduos, há cada vez mais relatos de avistamentos desse homem misterioso pela cidade do cais. Entre a chuva de demônios e as agruras do dia a dia, a presença dele parece bem-vinda.
Our paths had the same end.
And your missing person?
Free and breathing when we finished. The Shadows brought me in after that.
O pergaminho da manhã. Você está torcendo pelo movimento anti-escravagista? Rumores sobre uma rebelião bem-sucedida em Marnaspel chegaram às ruas de Minratos. Considerando os relatos perturbadores vindos de todas as partes do Império, essa notícia dá uma fagulha de esperança para as pessoas que seguem com a luta em nossa capital.
I've got a contact who works this area. Let's see if he's around.
What about this one? You've got a good eye. I'm starting to think my good neighbor. Okay. The charm's good against all manner of curses and manipulation. Fair price. And you won't find better in the Circle District.
You won't find better at the Circle, but you will off the docks. For half the price and twice the enchantment.
Nev.
Alec?
Oh, if you say it's... thanks, I'll pass. Sorry.
Hey, if I'd known, I would have told you. Come back next week. I'll buy another paper.
I write them myself. The Magisters. They don't print the truth.
Most honest thing I'll hear today. What about you? Is it something you're buying, my friend?
Rook, and no. But I've got a Treviso Manor in need of tenants if you're willing to pay up front.
You know, I've made that one work. Can't go back to Voldorma, though. What about you, Nev?
Just looking for gossip.
Not much that'd interest you.
We chased a relic through Docktown. The buyer was Venatori, but the smuggler belonged to the Thread Crime Syndicate. You're a Thread?
We don't deal with cultists. Your smuggler broke the rules. She's out.
And the Venatori?
There's been more in Docktown. Boss says it's under control. But between us, I don't like it.
Then it's worth keeping an eye on. If you hear anything.
So will you.
You know a member of the Thread Crime Syndicate, personally.
Don't tell me you're surprised.
With you? I thought surprise was a given.
Careful. Surprises here lead to trouble.
Trouble's not always a bad thing.
All right. Come on. If we want more gossip, we need more papers. Let's head to the south side.
Vamos pro jornal na passagem do Cais do Sul.
You've lived in Docktown your whole life.
Since I was born. Unless I'm out of the city for a job. Had a few apartments around town. The current one, it's not the lighthouse, but it's mine.
You've been an investigator for a while.
It's not a short story.
You've made it this far. Is there a secret?
Trust people enough to get things done, not enough to get you killed.
And that's how you stay out of trouble?
No.
Canção noturna. Que segredos a caixa pintada escondia? Será que o nosso grupo heróico vai encontrar a verdade? E será que realmente querem? Leia o próximo capítulo da faca retorcida bem aqui.
But it's the best shot you've got. You know, Varric hired me not far from here. Come on, Slick. Stop her.
O segredo do Império. Sinto o cheiro de um escândalo amoroso. Era uma pessoa importante, praticante de magia lá da Moeda Prateada. A mesma pessoa que é conhecida por frequentar os círculos de apostas mais interessantes da cidade do Cais. E com quem ela estava? Quando eu conseguir respostas, você que está lendo também vai saber.
I think we've got enough.
What now?
Now I'm starving, and I know the best place in the city.
Siga Neve. Vai, minha filha, anda.
Catch a show at the Cobbled Swan later? After work.
The lighthouse doesn't have this.
What?
A view of the water. I don't know, it helps me think. But we've got places to be. Come on.
You! This fish won't eat itself. I said next time you were here it was free.
Sure thing, Hal. Next time.
Yeah, it's always something.
Joining Varric, us. Do you really wish you'd said no?
No. I just have a bad habit of picking jobs that go sideways. I think I'd learn.
You said you'd take jobs worth taking.
That's what I tell myself.
This one was. The rest, we figure out as we go.
Agora que eu vi
Varric said
que ela
this
não
job would
tem
end with Solus. We'd stop a ritual, then I'd walk away.
a perna direita. A
But
perna
those
direita ela só
gods
tem até o
escaped.
joelho.
Not much of a win. And if the world falls, the city goes too. It's not like I'll find work then.
Is that why you said yes? To save Minrathous?
People will tell you Minrathous is broken. And they're right. It's corrupt, petty. Saving the world won't fix it. I take the small wins, Rook. Hal serving fish another day. Getting past the next scrape alive. Sometimes you're lucky. Sometimes you get more. But the tables always turn. It's better if you know it's coming.
We, got in over our heads, didn't we?
Same old story.
The gods weren't a twist?
I've seen worse.
Then I'm glad you stuck around.
Misery loves company.
Neve aprova. Mais uma missão concluída e não teve nada. Olha um monte de diálogo nada a ver, velho. Missão concluída. Um estudo da cidade do Cais. A Neve se informou sobre as novidades da cidade do Cais e se encontrou com Elec, seu contato dos fios. Ele disse para a Neve que ultimamente tem aparecido muitos cultistas venatórios na cidade do Cais. Se descobrir mais alguma coisa, ele vai contar para a Neve. Depois de comer na sua barraca de peixe frito preferida, a Neve revelou que seus trabalhos tendem a não sair conforme planejado. Por isso ela já espera o pior e busca pequenas vitórias. Um bugiganga para ela, melhorada. Oponentes ficam com menos 25% de suas resistências enquanto estiverem sob efeito de congelamento. É bom. Eu consigo fazer isso aqui? Aqui aonde? Entrevista? Não, cidade do Cais. Vamos ver que missão é essa daqui. Para de se mexer, cara. Estamos necrosa. Finalização. Valeu.
Souls alone as the light left. I was there, less alone.
It's a spirit of compassion.
My own name. But what of theirs? 3 I've found, felled by demon claws, murdered. A connection I cannot see. I have impressions. But if I learn more, answers might unfold. This one. Green against grey stone. Rain, nourish. How she watched it bloom.
Ganhei 2 seguidas? Aí sim, mano. Coisa boa. Coisa difícil de acontecer.
We've got a trail. We just need to follow it.
Cara, pelo outro lado. Da jardinagem, Hortência.
Hortensia. She was a gardener.
Jardineira.
Green against grey. In debt, desperate, but still found hope. There are others. I would know more of them.
Encontrar as vítimas. O bagaceiro, menino. Lá. Na baixa da égua. Que abre. Tava fechado aqui. Nessa aqui primeiro, que é lá embaixo. Depois a gente faz uma viagem rápida pra cá.
I could make a good dish with that.
A cat.
Gato. Diga.
Another demon killing.
Não passa.
We need to get them away.
Let them stay quiet.
Errei o time.
Damn, can't see a thing.
Eu vou morrer.